Greetings and salutations. Today we'll be covering the puzzling vanishing of William and Margaret Patterson. Within the confines of the former Patterson residence in El Paso, Texas, an unsettling void seems to permeate the air. Due to the extinguishment of any traces of the missing couple, the inexplicable disappearance of William and Margaret Patterson continues to confound investigators and captivate the imaginations of many, as the couple vanished without a trace on the fateful evening of March 5th, 1957, leaving behind only a cache of possessions, along with a myriad of unanswered questions. Their sudden absence birthed a plethora of theories, ranging from the otherworldly realm of alien abduction to even the clandestine world of espionage. Upon initial observation, the Pattersons appeared to be a remarkable couple. William Durrell Patterson, aged 52, and his wife Margaret, aged 42, were the proprietors of the esteemed Patterson photo supply, which garnered significant admiration from their neighbors. Beyond their thriving business, William possessed an array of assets, including a boat, a Cadillac, shares in a boating company, and property in Mexico. Intriguingly enough, a few nights prior to their enigmatic disappearance, the Pattersons hosted a dinner for their close friends, the Wards, the owners of the Ward Motor Clinic. Following the supposedly delightful meal, Cecil Ward, accompanied by William, ventured into the depths of the garage, where they would apply acrylic to a boat. It must be noted that the Wards recollected that neither William nor Margaret had made any mentions of an impending journey, particularly anyone that would involve a boat. Cecil Ward even reminisced about plans that he and William had supposedly forged for a forthcoming engagement 1 week later. The perplexing circumstances surrounding the Pattersons' disappearance, along with the supposed plans they made, left investigators grasping at elusive straws. The strangeness of this event made many think that it was unlikely that they had run off by themselves, and it made many suspect that they might have been kidnapped, or that there might have been some other individuals involved in their disappearance. As the morning sun ascended on March 6, 1957, Cecil Ward, proprietor of an esteemed automotive business, unlocked the doors to his shop, bracing himself for another day of work. Little did he know that a bewildering revelation awaited him. Said revelation would cast a shadow of perplexity over his routine. William Patterson's well-known Cadillac, a vehicle which was widely known throughout the streets of El Paso due to its opulence, sat conspicuously in the driveway, which evoked a sense of disquietude within Cecil. In the midst of this unsettling discovery, Doyle Kirkland, the manager of Duffy Photo Service and a close friend of his competitor, William, stepped into the auto shop, weaving what was said to be an intricate tapestry of intrigue. When Cecil Ward inquired about his possession of the Pattersons' car, it appeared as if Kirkland began to act nonchalantly, and with a casual air, he disclosed that he and William had spent the previous evening engrossed talking about boats, citing the Pattersons' forthcoming little vacation as the reason behind their absence. Seemingly placated by this explanation, Ward allowed Kirkland to nonchalantly request he rectify particular issues affecting William's cherished Cadillac. Yet this caused an unsettling unease to creep into Ward's consciousness, which caused him to call the authorities and report this particularly strange turn of events. With the arrival of law enforcement at the Patterson residence, an unsettling tableau of disarray and abandonment unfurled before their eyes, intensifying the enigma surrounding this baffling case. The remnants of the previous night's meal lingered haphazardly piled into the kitchen sink, evoking a poignant sense of interrupted domesticity. Clothing, including a rather fanciful fur coat, lay forsaken at the cleaners, and the cleaners themselves were left bereft of instruction regarding what they would do with said items. Astonishingly enough, the utilities seemed to remain intact, undisturbed by the passage of time. Apart from the presence of Tommy, the family's faithful feline companion, the Patterson household stood as a haunting testament to their absence. It is noted that the dwelling was eerily devoid of life. Many observers would state that they felt unnerved when they delved deeper into the mysterious abode, with a seemingly unwavering commitment to aiding in the investigation, Cecil Ward would become a key witness in the baffling case of the Pattersons' disappearance. He would openly cooperate with any and all requests from authorities, divulging every morsel of information he possessed about the enigmatic couple. As he recounted his interactions with William, a complex portrait began to emerge. It was as if it were a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of boisterous extravagance and occasional moments of kindness. However, the relentless questioning unfolded a different facet of William's character, casting a shadow of doubt upon the enigmatic puzzle of what was precisely the Pattersons' existence like. Ward's recollection took an unexpected turn when he delved into a revelatory event which unfolded just a month prior, on an evening of partying and revelry in the depths of Juarez, Mexico. In the company of his 21-year-old mistress, Estefana Arroyo Morfin, William, fueled by boldness and alcohol, embroiled himself in a confrontation with a waiter. The catalyst for this encounter lay in the waiter's refusal to serve Estefana, a rejection which ignited what seemed to be dormant embers of ire within William. This newfound revelation concerning the Pattersons' unconventional lifestyle raised a litany of questions, each more perplexing than the last. It must be noted that both William and Margaret seemed to be rather guarded with their secrets, particularly those involving their supposedly tumultuous past, sharing only fragments of their troubled upbringings. It was eventually found that William's roots traced back to the vibrant city of Chicago, where he had commanded the attention of many as a carnival barker, regaling crowds with persuasive rhetoric, whereas Margaret's parents harbored deep reservations about William's suitability as a prospective son-in-law, issuing an ultimatum that compelled Margaret to choose between her beloved William and her own family. Margaret's confidants, when questioned by the investigators, confessed to a veil of secrecy which enveloped her very existence. Everything from her elusive birthplace to the strange circumstances surrounding her first encounters with William and the exact duration of their union remained shrouded in mystery. Eventually, Luther Patterson, William's father, stepped forward to provide his own testament, unveiling a complex and intriguing familial dynamic. He opined in court that the day of their vanishing had been a long time coming, for his son possessed what he would state was an untamed spirit of a nomadic carnival performer, a free-spirited wanderer whose destiny defied the confines of settled existence. Luther Patterson further claimed with an air of certainty that the couple's fate did not culminate in tragedy, citing instances where William had disappeared in the past before eventually turning back up. As the investigation delved further into the web of intrigue surrounding the Pattersons, Estefana, William's mistress, faced intense scrutiny. Her testimony added yet another layer of complexity to an already convoluted narrative. She recalled William uttering cryptic statements about an impending vanishing act and an urgent need to disappear swiftly from the limelight. However, in a twist of fate, she would recant her statement, leaving investigators to grapple with yet another enigma. Then, on March 15th, 1957, a ray of hope appeared amidst the ever-darkening clouds of the investigation. Herbert Roth, the Pattersons' trusted accountant, received a telegram. Its origins would eventually be traced to the Western Union office in Dallas. This message, birthed through a phone call made near the Love Field Airport, bore the sender's name of W.H. Patterson. Thanks to this, a perplexing detail emerged. William's middle name was Durrell, casting doubt upon the authenticity of this telegram. Its contents instructed Roth to assume the mantle of the Patterson Photo Supply Company's business manager, a role which would hold a multitude of responsibilities along with a multiplicity of benefits. The telegram further commanded Roth to liquidate the Pattersons' mobile home and to harness the resulting funds to sustain the store's operations and to lease the Pattersons' official residence for a minimum of 9 months. Curiously, the final decree was a communique which further urged Roth to recruit a new store manager, one whose name was disclosed within the confines of the message itself. The individual chosen was none other than Doyle Kirkland, a man already entwined within the intricate web of the investigation. As tendrils of the mysterious tale continued to unravel, each revelation unveiled a kaleidoscope of confounding details. Amidst the haze of uncertainty, the enigmatic telegram emerged as a major point of contention, as it seemingly promised to shed light on the perplexing disappearance of the Pattersons. However, it also contributed to the ever-growing mystery, introducing a myriad of tantalizing details which highlighted the complexity of the case. The telegram was noted to be the product of a phone call rather than the handwritten original, which caused it to bear a mark of ambiguity, which investigators seemed to pounce on, as it originally resided within the Dallas Western Union office. This was a place where anyone could have placed the order. Its contents were filled with unexpected directives, which caused Doyle Kirkland to become a key suspect. However, this did not mean that there was any tangible evidence to directly solidify his connection to the Vanishing. It must be noted that Kirkland's departure from El Paso in the 1960s further drew questions of his role in the Pattersons' enigma, as he apparently slipped right through the clutches of authorities, leaving them in a seemingly perpetual pursuit. The narrative took an intriguing turn as Sheriff Bob Bailey ventured beyond the confines of El Paso in search for leads. His path would eventually lead him to Valle del Bravo, where he encountered a handful of hotel workers who had claimed to have spotted the Pattersons. They were resolute in their certainty that the couple had graced their establishment for an extended period of time in 1957. However, much to the bewilderment of the investigators, there were no official records to corroborate their accounts, and the hotel's registry was devoid of the Pattersons' signatures. The mystery deepened on March 27, 1964, a day which marked a solemn milestone in the Patterson saga. It would be when the official declaration of their demise would occur. Even with the passage of time, curiosity would only tighten its grip on the hearts and minds of those investigating the enigmatic tale. A glimmer of hope would eventually pierce the shroud of silence in the midst of the 1980s when Reynaldo Nagaray stepped forward bearing startling revelations. Reynaldo, who was once the caretaker of the Pattersons' home, made a chilling confession to homicide detective Freddy Bonilla. He divulged that shortly after the couple's disappearance, he had discovered traces of blood in the garage, and even claimed to have found a fragment of a human scalp clinging to the propeller of the Pattersons' boat. Reynaldo admitted to having had meticulously cleaned the scene, thereby erasing all evidence of the macabre sight. Yet his tale would take another sinister twist, as he recounted witnessing an unidentified associate of the Patterson family discreetly discarding blood-stained sheets into the trunk of a vehicle. Regrettably, Reynaldo's limited knowledge on who they were prevented him from identifying this mysterious figure, further than them being an acquaintance of the missing family. Now questions would arise. These would be mainly centered around why Reynaldo would wait decades to reveal this dark secret. The answer seemed to lay in his past, due to him being an undocumented immigrant in 1957. This had led him to fear the consequences of deportation if he were to have gone to the authorities and been made a suspect. Fate, however, intervened in a rather merciless way, as just 2 years after this admittance to the authorities, Reynaldo would meet his untimely demise in a car accident some have deemed as being suspicious. Theories surrounding the Pattersons' fate would shift into countless new avenues. Some proponents posited a grim conclusion, a harrowing tale of kidnapping and murder, believing their lives were supposedly extinguished by unknown forces. Admittedly, whispers emerged of a sinister domestic drama where supposedly William and Margaret had turned on each other, one becoming the perpetrator as the other was the victim. In more fantastical realms, the specter of the extraterrestrial and abductions loomed at large, captivating the minds of many who dare entertain the consequences of the unknown. Amidst the cacophony of conjecture, a distinct hypothesis emerged. which cast the Pattersons as clandestine operatives whose inexplicable vanishing was merely a covert retreat due to the supposed precise way their vanishing was executed, leading people to believe that they were clandestine spies following orders. In 2009, a pivotal revelation emerged when Sheriff Leo Samaniego spoke during an interview while reflecting on the case. He ventured into the realm of espionage theories, and he presented and perpetuated the narrative which had set the minds of so many ablaze, speculating that their enigmatic vanishing act had happened because they were spies who had been forced to retreat. He would go on to claim that they were potentially Russians or another clandestine power, and according to eyewitness accounts, William Patterson had been seen discreetly capturing photographs of Fort Bliss, along with taking photographs of military shipments on trains that traveled within the region. This clandestine activity added a layer of intrigue to the already captivating theory. The sheriff also postulated the theory that they were somehow involved in the kidnapping. However, the absence of any signs of struggle, coupled with the eerie simplicity of their departure, made it seem as if they had embarked on an ordinary stroll and just never returned. This further fueled speculation of a more clandestine motive. The search for answers extended far and wide. It would be noted that El Paso officials enlisted the help of multiple agencies, including the Los Angeles Police Department, the FBI, along with Mexican authorities. However, the extensive investigation would yield no conclusive results. As time went on, there would be a litany of supposed sightings of the Pattersons, both in the United States and within Mexico, leaving investigators unable to verify these claims due to the wide range in jurisdiction. With the information gathered throughout the passage of time, the vanishing of the Pattersons has served as a fertile ground for a myriad of theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical, which seemed to have fueled the imagination of many. Some of these theories include a spectacular kidnapping, whispers of a clandestine escape from their previous lives, either them having been spies and being recalled, or them having been spies and having been caught. Foul play between the couple, multiple people claiming that extraterrestrials were involved in their disappearance. There are even individuals who claimed the realm of the supernatural, particularly ethereal specters haunting their abode, meant that the Pattersons had been spirited away by something supernatural. However, in a much lighter note, in the vast abyss of the internet, where whispers converge and curiosities entwined, internet sleuths seem to notice a connection and a hidden link between the enigmatic disappearance of William and Margaret Patterson and the eerie world of the cartoon known as Courage the Cowardly Dog, believing this case to have been a partial inspiration for the beloved cartoon. In the annals of El Paso's history, the enigmatic disappearance of the couple residing at 3000 Piedmont Drive would continue to captivate the imagination of residents for decades. However, even after so many years have passed, memories of the perplexing mystery have refused to fade. The enduring intrigue surrounding the Pattersons' case has given rise to a tapestry of local legends and speculation. As the years go by, the unanswered questions and unsolved mysteries of this case continue to mystify and evolve, ensuring that the Pattersons' story remains an indelible part of El Paso's collective consciousness. Whatever truly transpired on that fateful day, the legacy of the Pattersons endures as a haunting reminder of a case which may never be fully resolved. If you remained with me until the end, I thank you, and I do hope you stay tuned and subscribe for more content.